If you do go too far back, it's just like you go too far back, you're
We can adjust those variables so you can't go back fast.
This is Jerry Yeager. He's also one of the other programmers.
Hi, thank you.
And there's our finish line.
All right.
And you have a slideshow, area info.
And I would think the Department of Tourism would love it also.
I told everybody that I called up, I explained to them, said, this is who I am, this is what this is for. And they're like, oh, that sounds interesting. Sure, no problem. I'm like, this is nonprofit. Okay, that's what keyed them right there. Nonprofit. So what we got when you go to any of the sections, I have a special thanks area. So when you click on the link, play game, it will put that. Pretty much the object here is to avoid obstacles. And once the game ends, it loads up to a video.
Wow.
And with the area info, different places you can call that will take you on the rafting tours.
You have skiing also?
Yeah, we have snowboarding.
Is this accessible now?
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Great. I'm going to look around a couple others. Thank you.
It was nice meeting you, sir.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's terrific.
We're Adventure West Virginia from Marshall Community Technical. This is Jerry, I'm Leah, and Stu. We tried to get some images here that were relative to West Virginia. So we have the rhododendron and a little baby black bear cub. Our game concept was promoting tourism because tourism is very popular in our state. And with this, we wanted to educate everybody about the different ways they can participate in our wonderful outdoor activities. Wanted you to feel like you actually are there on the river or snowboarding down a mountain.
As you can notice here, we have pretty much 4 simple buttons to walk through right here. Very easy to go through. There's nothing complex, especially when you play with the games. The games themselves are only 4 buttons on the keyboard. Very simple, up, down, left, right arrows. If you click on play game, it opens up a completely new window. Very simple, right, up, down. And try to avoid the oncoming rocks. If you are successful, game ends. Loads up with a video of someone's perspective. Any of the videos that you do see on our game have a personal feel because every video was made by someone who is not a professional. These are people who have gone out, especially like right here, high school students. I found this on YouTube. And of course we have a slideshow. Gives you brief views of some pictures and everything. I was into sound development, code development, and project manager. So I had a big responsibility to try to keep everybody on track and try to keep myself on track. Very difficult, but it was doable. And I think it was definitely doable because of the wiki, email, phone calls, chats, WebEx, everything that's been
late night coding.
Late night coding.
Sometimes we hear that using computers and being on the internet can pull somebody aside and they go into this silo. Sounds like you might have had a different experience. So would you say that it caused you to gravitate towards a unique experience, or did you actually reach out to each other and connect as people using these technologies?
We kind of just fed off each other, basically. Like, he was our coder and I did background, so we just kind of worked together to make it work.
I mean, she was the artist, and I was the code developer. So I mean, we pretty much had our own roles.
But I feel that in the first semester, everyone was playing to their very own strengths on their own. No one knew Flash, and I wanted to make sure they all had a pretty good basis on that. Then the second semester, when we had to start building the games, the people that have areas of focus outside of that class, maybe the people who like Photoshop and can do their artistic work, they can bring that in. But I wanted to make sure that everyone at least had a small proficiency at Flash on their own, and then they could play to their strengths as a group that way.
What this was our final project in our first semester was to do a narrative game, a storyline. We were just looking at something basic, using buttons to progress through the story. Well, I took it a little step beyond, and got my storyline. Your class field trip has gone terribly wrong. You're stranded on a deserted island. I've got a set list of certain resources that could show up, and I randomize. You click each card, and it'll randomly choose that, and that's what washes ashore with you. Based on the various resources, it changes your resources on the side. And then you make choices as you go through. Each one of these was randomized. Learned this in ActionScript, just kind of late night, searching through different tutorials. I did my cards the first time I'd ever used classes in the programming. I'd have a set class, and then I would fill in, because all these variables are very similar, so that I could just put in the different information and utilize them.
What we've done from this is we've now utilized the first two classes of Semester 1 and Semester 2 of the Global Lawyer classes, and we've built on those to make ourselves a gaming and animation curriculum at Marshall University. It's going to be another option that students are going to be able to use along with our other Cisco and MCSE type programs through Microsoft. But we're going to be using these two classes as our foundation to really get our students geared up in the gaming.